There were a lot of different influences for like different things. I'm paying homage to a lot of like subgenres in the film. Like for instance, like there are a lot of allusions to, you know, the ghost movie, right? And so films that I love in that realm would be, you know, well, the Japanese do it so well with like Ugetsu and Kwaidan and Onibaba. I wanted to make a film that sort of, you know, that could belong to these like subgenres, like as a ghost story, something that, you know, that could exist alongside a film like, you know, Jack Clayton's The Innocents or The Haunting or something like that, while also like playfully transgressing like those rules. When I was screening films for the crew before we made the film, I tried to not screen too many horror films. It was important to me that the film sort of serve as a great horror film, but also like first to just serve as a really rich family drama. In the same vein as something like Don't Look Now, because this is a film that's also very much about grief and at least hopes to, you know, seriously wrestle with that.
Christine is dead. She is dead. Dead, 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 dead.
I want the film to serve like first as a very serious drama about trauma and grief and the corrosive effect that grief and trauma can have on a family dynamic. As far as atmosphere is concerned, like The Shining was a big one. Although I think The Shining is almost more of it works almost for me more as a comedy than it does a horror film.
Yeah. What's up, Doc?
Because you got Jack Nicholson and he's like crazy from the beginning before they even get up to the hotel. Like he's ready to kill his family well before he even gets the job.
You've always been the caretaker.
And then you have like the titles slamming in, like Monday, and it's like Wednesday. He's gone totally insane like 3 days in. It was important to me to sort of sustain this doom-laden tone where you know something awful is coming. I do love the horror genre. I've been disappointed in so many of the films that have been coming out in the last couple decades. The films that like really affected me as a kid were the ones that did not allow me to move on. Carrie was a film whose images like really haunted me as a kid. Specifically, you know, the stuff with Piper Laurie chasing Sissy Spacek around the house, which is like candlelit house, that like blissful smile on her face as she's trying to kill her daughter.
We'll pray. For the last time, we'll pray.
Sissy Spacek's transformation in that film, from this like vulnerable girl to like this like agent of just destruction and just those like wide eyes. I feel like there are a lot of images in Hereditary where I'm because that film had such a deep effect on me. Like I don't think I could make a horror film where I'm not in some way like recalling that. And then some films that aren't even really acknowledged as horror films, but for me they certainly are. Like, I mean, anything by Peter Greenaway, who I think is, I think he's probably just like an evil person. It's something about the artifice of his work. Like, there's this like thoroughly artificial quality to his films, and this like very clinical, cold, just like inhuman. I remember reading that the MPAA rated it NC-17 for tone, and they told Peter Greenaway that there was nothing he could cut because it was just the overall tone. And if you've seen the film, it makes total sense. For me, the image would be the lover being rolled out for the thief, who's played by Michael Gambon. Helen Mirren has had the cook bake his body, and he's rolled out for Michael Gambon to eat. And he looks like a roasted turkey, and it's deeply upsetting. It ruined my life. I don't know if you ever did this in like video stores where you would like pull pull the videotape out of a box and like put it into another one. So I put that into like Weekend at Bernie's too, and just I regretted it for years.